All right, guys. So today I'm riding the Hyper 29er. Last night I finally got my Rockshox, 100 millimeters worth of travel. I got the Rockshox. I got the Jessica headsets, upper lower, and I got the Wake stem. So stem's a little shorter. Seems like it gives you a lot more control. I don't know. I think it's the whole package, but right now the bike seems to be handling better. It's braking better. It's quieter, obviously, and it's just riding amazing. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do a test run and show you what it's got. All right, guys. So here's the run with the new fork. Like I said, right away you notice how quiet it is. The braking's better, front tire's staying on the ground, so the steering's better, more responsive. So I picked this up. It's the Rockshox Recon RL straight steer, 1 1/8 straight steer. I'll put all this in the comment box. Ooh, but it rides different, so it takes a little bit to get used to it. I'll tell you that. 100 millimeters worth of travel. I got the Jessica stem, or Jessica headset, top and bottom, new bearings, everything, and the Wake, I believe it's 45 millimeter stem. I'll put all the parts and everything I got, I'll put it in the comment section for you guys. But yeah, for right now, man, she's running awesome. We'll get through this and then we'll get into some chunky stuff. This is a little Daytona I'm riding, so I'm very familiar with the trail. Gives me an opportunity to film the ride with the new shock. Big difference. The stem is really making a big difference because it's shorter, so it's not sticking out as far. So I don't feel like I'm too heavy in the front of the bike, which I kind of always felt before. As a kid, I come from the BMX world, so for me, that long stem didn't feel right. All right, we'll get into some chunky stuff here. Yeah, see, that's badass right there. Man, it just absorbs all that. First of all, the other thing I noticed right away, I'm in about 4 miles right now. I notice I have no pain or any discomfort or uncomfortability in my arms or my hands. So the shock is taking a lot of that off of you. I would normally be going a lot slower than this through this, but the shock allows for a better ride now. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, this is so cool. So, okay, so let's talk price. So the shock was, it's a Rockshox Recon RL 100mm travel. I got it on Amazon for, I believe, $268. And then the stem, the Wake stem was very affordable. It was only like, I think it was like 18 bucks, something like that. And then the Jessica headset, I went ahead and got a new headset because I wasn't sure if they were going to be able to use my old one, and if they were, how messed up was it, you know? I wanted it to be new. So this one has enclosed bearings. Not sure if it was like that before, never took it apart. I took it to REI. So the headset was, I believe, like 20 something dollars, maybe, I think. I'll put it all in the comments, like I said. I took it to my local REI, which I go to for all my stuff now, because one, this is going to be a plug for REI, but their customer service is phenomenal. You join their membership for like 20 bucks, and then you get all kinds of, every time you buy something, they credit you, and then they send you this card that has money on it that you can then go use when you're buying something else. So anyhow, I took it there to them Monday. Look at this, man. I didn't even lift my front tire, which I normally would. So I took it to REI on Monday night, or Monday, around 3-4 o'clock, dropped it off. And then they called me with a question Tuesday morning. Tuesday about 5 o'clock, they called me and said, my bike's ready, we close at 9 if you want to pick it up tonight. So I went out there, picked it up. When I picked it up, they even set the fork up for me, showed me how to do it, which is unheard of in today's world, because they didn't charge me anything to do that. They just kept the price what they told me, and believe this or not, but installing the shock, the front shock, the new headset, and the new stem for $48. I mean, come on. And it's done right. They adjusted my handlebar position, my grips, my brake levers. They adjusted my brakes. It's amazing. So now the bike is quiet, nothing's rubbing, and it's so much easier to ride. I mean, this is my first ride, so the bike is obviously a little different. I'm noticing the steering, you just got to get used to it. It's like more responsive. So it seems more responsive than my other one. So you got to get used to that. That's all. But hell, I'm riding way faster. The brakes are amazing. Those are still the same. Still running the same pads that came on those brakes. No squealing. I mean, heck, we just rode in Utah this weekend, and it was a lot of downhill coming back. So we were using our brakes a lot because we had walkers and things like that. So my next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna project my wife's bike out. I'm gonna set her up just like me. I'm gonna put everything on that I have, except I'm not going 720 handlebars on hers. I'm gonna put my other set on there, which I believe are 680, I believe. So a little, not just a little wider than the stock ones, but they look better. But I'm gonna put the same Same style shock. I can't find the 26 in my Recon RL without having the other brakes on there, the rim brakes. I'm gonna get rid of the rim brakes. I'm gonna switch her out to disc. I'm gonna use the same disc pads. I got it all in my cart right now. I'm gonna get her an air shock, but it's a different brand. So once I get that done, I'll ride that and do a video on that as well. I've seen a bunch of you guys with your projects and stuff, which has been awesome and very helpful, by the way. And so real quick, I do want to do a shout out to Jerry Hong. He's been doing an amazing project on his project Banji, I believe it is. And by watching him is where I got all the specs for the front shock. So I did pretty much what he did on his front shock, except I opted for a different brand of the headset. But shout out to Jerry, man. Awesome, your videos are coming along good. Your bike looks amazing. That mid-drive's a beast. So as you can hear, my back tire's spinning a little bit already. I ride so much, I'm ready for some new tires already. I think I just gonna get it back. My front's pretty good, but the problem is when I ride with my wife, we do a lot of the street stuff, so it wears your tire. But that's not true, because my front tire is still pretty decent. My back tire is wearing because, you know, stopping, and it's where your power comes from. Man, this shock is absolutely a beast now. Look at this. You can just tear this up now. Oh, I would never be able, I would have to slow down or else it would just kill me. My arms feel good still. Yeah, this is badass. Look at that. You can hear the air. So, all right, so let's go ahead and continue here. So yeah, just a little more. So I went to REI because, you know, I do some stuff, but to be honest with you, I tinker. I'm real good at adjusting brakes and derailleurs and things like that. But when it comes to truing the wheels and, you know, cutting forks that you already spent $200 and almost $300 on, so you don't want to mess them up. Man, this is awesome. I mean, I feel like the bike is riding so much easier too. I mean, normally I'd pick my front tire up, which I still will because that's the way I ride on some things. But I watched a ton of videos on these. Of course, like I said, Jerry Hong's videos. Hope I'm pronouncing his name right. But you know, there's couple guys that I watch. Can't remember their videos now, but I'll try to remember to put a link in there. I believe he's a former MMA fighter, and he does some crazy reviews, and he reviewed these. He put them on a Schwinn Boundary, I believe, which is my trail bike, and he loved them. He gave them a killer review, so that fired me up. Because unfortunately, I already ordered them by the time I found his video. But yeah, they're definitely so worth it. They made this bike a true mountain e-bike. I believe so. Yeah, so much more control. And you're not, look at this. Oh yeah, this thing just, man, I thought it was a beast before, man. So with these, the air, you got to buy an air pump, and then you just, you know, check your air. You go off of your weight. That is, it's on the back of the shock, and it'll tell you how much PSI you need for your weight. And then REI, who set it up for me, added 10 more PSI because it's an e-bike and it weighs a little more. So they added that, and it seems to work pretty good. And again, I'm gonna listen to their opinion for now. I mean, it seems to be riding well. Personally, I've never had an air shock. I've always had just regular stock crappy things and just rode the hell out of them. So this is pretty much all new to me, and it's amazing. The control is sick. And I like the way they set up my bars and my brake levers. Let's do this drop. Nice. Look at that. Yeah. Open it up a little bit. Wow. Incredible. Well, there you go, guys. I'll put some links in. We'll try to get you guys set up. Sorry, man.
Oh, you're good, brother. All good.
Have a good one, man. You too. We'll get some links in there for you guys, and we'll go from there. All right, you guys have a great week, rest of your week, and be safe, keep riding, and peace out.